cheese on bread, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Mobile DJ Mastery Podcast. Cheese. All right, so Donnies and Donettes, in this episode, we are going to talk about investing into yourself and investing into your business. I had a call today where I heard about a DJ setup that I feel these DJ setups, it should be illegal. It should be illegal to turn up to this type of venue with this type of booking, with this type of setup. Oh my God. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally, roll the intro, and let's get into this one, man. Cheese on toast. All right, so we're going to start this off with a little bit of story time. So the other day, I was in the car and I was on the phone to my good friend, DJ NIBBLER, part of Blush and Bass. I'm sure some of you guys have seen him on Instagram. Good friend of mine. So anyway, obviously he's got a DJ company. He offers different types of services, dance floors, photo booths, and different kinds of things like that. So obviously we were just chopping up, talking about DJ stuff as we do. And then he starts to tell me about a job that he was doing recently. Because, you know, we're in prom season, or we're coming out of it or into it, depending on when you're listening to this. We're in prom season. So he was doing a prom. Now remember, he does different services. He's got a DJ service. He's got photo booth service. He's got dance floor service. He's got quite a lot of things under his company, which is fantastic. But on this particular booking, he was doing a photo booth for a school prom. So he could have done a DJ, but he wasn't. He was doing just a photo booth because he does multiple companies. Now, what's really interesting about this is where he offers the different services, he gets to see a little bit more, way more than myself. Do you know what, guys? I don't actually get to see a lot of mobile DJs in practice. I don't, because I'm working when these DJs are working. So I don't get to see much. I hear a lot of bad things about mobile DJs, which is one of the main reasons why I started this podcast. But anyway, let's get into it. So anyway, he set up his photo booth, he's doing his thing, he's ready for the clients. Sharp and early, proper customer service, mobile DJ mastery veteran, he knows the score. But anyway, while he was on said job, he sees a DJ rock up. Now, obviously, DJs, we all know when we see another DJ, we're scoping, we're preing, we're looking, we're reading, we're watching. We naturally do it. We can't help it. If there's another DJ in sight, we are going to start looking. We're going to start just looking and doing stuff because we understand the work. We understand what's going on. While witnessing, he started watching the guy obviously setting up. And guys, yeah, I'm going to be honest, yeah, NIBBLER, I said to him, I want to show the people the video he sent me. But obviously, he said, you know, doesn't know where this is going to go and it could jeopardize his business, which I understand. So guys, I can't show you the video or picture of the setup. So I'm going to have to explain it. First and foremost, it's a school prom. We're talking easy, maybe 130, 150, 170 people. Second of all, it's in a ballroom. Now, a ballroom is bigger than most wedding venues, most birthday venues, because it needs to hold a lot of people. So we're talking the kind of place where you'd have a gala dinner for a corporate, that type of place, maybe in like an banqueting suite or a massive hall where they, you know, like the hotels where they open up the middle when they, you know, the big size. Yeah, they've gone for the big size. So bearing that in mind, this DJ said to himself, he's gonna turn up. He had a booth. It was small. You know, it's not actually a DJ booth. It's the kind of, you know, when you have speakers at an event and they have that podium that they use. It's like a DJ booth, but really small. It's probably about 2 feet wide. He had one of those with a scrim. Cool. The lights, they were going over over the truss that is kind of built with the booth, it looked mad. I wish I could show it. It looks crazy. But for me, the killer, for me, the murderer here is the speakers that the guy brought. Now, the guy thought he's going to rock up with, guys, check this. Like I just said, ballroom, 150 plus people, Massive. This place is, we're talking, there's 10 round tables and there's still lots of space and there's dancing space. My guy thought he would bring 2 8-inch speakers. 2 8-inch speakers. Bro, 150 people. You're bugging. No, you're bugging. No, guys, mobile DJ mastery, yeah? We need to start setting some standards. And this, what I'm talking about, is no way near a standard. No way near. Because it's not fit for purpose. If you're going to bring 2 8-inch speakers in a ballroom for 100, maybe 170 people, that is not fit for, that's like someone saying to themselves, I'm going to hit the motorway on an electric scooter. I know some of you have seen the video, gone viral, but once again, that's the reason it's gone viral, because what's he doing on a motorway with an electric scooter? What are you doing? Exact same thing with this guy. What are you doing? Guys, this is this stuff here that it just needs to stop. It just, no. 8-inch speakers are great for background music, are great for smaller rooms. Do you know what? I would let anyone get away with 2 8-inch speakers at a house party. Yeah, 100. That house party's bumping. 1,000. I'll let you get away with it in a kitchen set. You're doing a kitchen DJ set. You're doing one of those, apartment room type stuff where you got people in your kitchen there behind you and you're doing one of those videos where all your friends are drinking red cups. Yeah, 100. Bring out the 8 inches, bro. Ceremony at a wedding. Say no more. Light background music. People are not trying to dance. People are not trying to dance. Get the 8-inch. That's where the 8-inch will be king. Say no mizzle. Cocktail drinks. Once again, we're not trying to get people bumping, dancing. We just want some ambiance, some background music to create atmospherics. Yeah, 8-inch all day long. But at a ballroom with 170 kids, kids is what these kids they wanna have it. It's their prom. Do you know some of these people have been waiting for prom since they've been year 7? It's been like a goal of theirs. Like, I have to make the prom. The prom is a big deal. When you're in school and you're a kid, the prom is going to be probably your first certified event like that. Do you know what I'm saying? They've all come dressed smart. They've all got their dresses and gowns. They've done a lot of planning. We're talking makeup. People have brought limousines. Dad's brought his Afro. What's he got? Dad's got the DB9, brought 2 of his mates down and that. You can't be doing that you can't be turning up like that and then just dropping 2. No. For me, don't get me wrong, the setup was horrific, but I'll let some of that go, I'll actually let some of that go. Because if you bought the decent speakers and your lights ain't great and your booth ain't great, guess what? You can still shell. The controller, I don't care. I don't care about what any controller, what anyone gets, because a controller is not what makes the shellers. Nah, you can shell with any controller. DJ booth, once again, if you got a nice one, cool. If your one ain't all that good, I'll let that slide, because you don't need a booth to shell. But your sound, you need that. You need decent sound to shell. A ballroom, that is wild. No, do you know what? Let's give the guy some grace. Because I'm gonna look at it. I'm not a mean guy. You don't know me. I'm not a mean guy. Do you know when you're allowed to have this kind of setup? You are allowed to have this kind of setup if there's no wages involved. If it's a free gig and you're going out of your way to deliver services to someone for absolutely no financial gain, you can do what you want. Like 100%. If there's no bread, if there's no butter, if there's no financials, you're lucky I'm here. Real talk. You're lucky I didn't cancel on you, because there's no financial tie. If it's a freebie, you can bring what you like. Don't bring any lights. Tell them to turn on the indoor lights. One speaker, one 8-inch, one small speaker. Yeah, I'm going to play some music and do you know why it's not that great? Because there's no money involved. It's free. So if it's a freebie, go for it. Same if you go back to my old episodes, when you're getting your first few gigs, you're going to do freebies. That's when you're allowed to bring these kind of things, because you are no way near mobile DJ mastery. If anything, you're mobile DJ entry. And sadly, there's not a podcast for that. So if you're coming on a freebie, say no more. If that's the case, he's allowed to go. Good to go. I don't think that happened at a school prom, but if that was the case, Cool, he gets a green pass. You can go, my man. Another time when you're allowed to bring this kind of setups where it's a bit ropey and a little bit sketchy is if it's your mate and they're having a house party, like I said before. Kitchen vibes, barbecue vibes. When it's just outside in the field somewhere, when it's just your party and there's not mad expectations, you can bring what you want. There's no one's expecting. People are just happy that there's a DJ here. What? There's going to be someone controlling music. Oh, fantastic. At least we haven't got Spotify. All right, guys. I told you about the Apple update, that Apple Music update. Some of these DJs, this is what I'm saying, guys. I'm trying to protect everyone's jobs, man. When the Apple update comes out, guys, like these kind of things, they're going to be like, yeah, why do I need to, I can just get the Apple. Because just want to let you know, on the Apple this is like, I'm quickly going off topic. On the Apple, you can select the speed. From what I've heard, you can select the speed of mixing. Like you can build a playlist and it will look at the playlist and say, do you want me to carry on? And it will carry on finding more tunes and mixing. Guys, this Apple software is insane. Anyway, we're going to do another episode on it when it actually lands so we can actually look at it, debug it and go through it. But that was just a quick one, just to let you know that these people are out of it. And that's why we need the mobile DJ mastery so we can be ahead of the computers and ahead of people muscling into our earnings. But anyway, let's continue. So yeah, if it's free or it's for one of your friends, no problem, man. Like expectation is seriously low because there's no input, there's no financial gain. If there's no finance, there's no business, there's no contract, then it's a free for all. Anything can go. But as soon as someone's departing with cash, I don't care how small the fee is, it's now a transaction, which means we are in business. It doesn't matter. Even if it's your friend, as soon as cash has been changed over, this is the best contract as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we can have a contract, but as soon as some cash, a transfer, beding, cha-ching, Monzo, Starling, NatWest, whatever it is, once that happens, guys, we're in a different realm now. And these things, I feel, nah, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. And the reason I say that is because if you want your business to continue, if you're taking this serious as a business, these kind of things will only damage your business. That's all it's going to do. If no one ever told you, bad news travels fast. And another thing as well, bad news moves in silence. So when people are saying bad things about your company or what you did, and everyone has pictures and videos, some people probably may have taken a picture of him, maybe not, because you know sometimes the younger people don't fully know, they're not educated like much of great setups and great things. The kids were probably just happy that there was music there, and sometimes you can even say kids are much more easier to please and maybe old people, but that mid-range you can't do it. 21, 25, 30, yeah, nah, you can't. Maybe they might have been alright with it, but if I was there, I would have been like, but I would have spoken to the DJ. And then you know what? I wouldn't have spoken to him to put him down. I'll be speaking to him to ask him, first of all, are you being paid? That's the first thing I would have asked him. Are you being paid? If he said yes, I'll be like, how long have you been DJing for? That's the next thing. If he says, a couple of weeks, then I'm like, you know what, bruv? Give me your number. I'm going to call you tomorrow. We need to change this. We can make this better. Like this booking that you're doing now, I don't know how much you've been paid. You probably undercharged 100% because you're in a ballroom with 8-inch speakers. You're on a motorway where everyone's doing 70 miles an hour on an e-scooter that isn't de-restricted 50 miles an hour. You look nuts. It looks insane, bruv. It looks mad. Now, I'm not here to diss you. I'm here to raise you up and say, look, like, what is it we can learn? We need to talk about your setup, talk about mainly speakers. The setup, do you know what? Like I said before, I'll let that go because I'm like, look, if you're starting out, we're going to let the setup slide, but we need to work on your sound so people can hear the great things that you're doing. But other than that, man, those things are just insane. You can't, it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts. But what gets even more crazier is, like I said, from the conversations I've had, guys, I've heard some horror stories. And the thing is, to the point, there's one of you listening to this podcast is the DJs that I'm like, these guys are making the game horrific. There's going to be one of these DJs is you. There needs to be. There's no way everyone on here is certified. There's no way everyone listening to this. There's no, the stories, guys, I hear more horror stories about DJs, in particular mobile DJs, than I do glory stories, then great stories of people doing great jobs and offering goods. I hear a lot, to the point I'm shocked. If I could take a year out which I don't think I would do, but if I could take a year out and go and scope the industry properly, I would actually get some real feedback. But at the moment, the things I'm hearing, I refuse to believe, but I have to, because I hear it from multiple people telling me things. Clients, number one, tell me all the time about horror stories, about whether it be like DJs that turn up late, DJs that leave auto mixes on and go take phone calls outside, DJs that are off to the toilet multiple times in the evening, where the DJ booth, you saw the DJ 2 or 3 times, DJs that come dressed like they're going to the pub on a Sunday when it's someone's wedding. I find that absolutely, that's insane. So you're telling me all the guests are standing there in black tie, 3-piece, gala dresses, frocks, the whole looking 10-10, everyone, the guys, the girls looking amazing, and you've come in a checkered shirt that you've just dragged from the bottom of your laundry basket. Nah, guys, that is a madness. That's insane to me. Not beat matching. I don't care. I'm going to go on about this forever. I don't give a... Not beat matching. Now, this isn't me saying, oh, you must beat match every mix. No, I don't beat match every single tune. No, one, I don't have to. Nah, when I'm changing genre, I change it up. I do what I want. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying to you not to, but if you don't beat match none and there's no skill level, and you, oh, it's all about the music. That comment is in void, because if you're DJ, it's all about the music. I don't want to hear any DJ telling me, when I talk about beat match, telling me about music. It is music. Like, that's exactly our number one. So don't tell me about music. We are talking about a certain level, an industry standard, things that your clients should expect and they should get when they're booking a DJ. And these things, some of them ain't it. Like, I don't care. It's not it. Like, no, bruv. This is what makes us on the floor. This is the reason why when you go on Google and it's asking you about DJs, you're seeing prices for £250, £300. This is the reason why. People are coming up with 8 inches. People are going to toilets, vaping. DJs are vaping. What? Have you lost it? The standard needs to raise, guys. The standard needs to raise. And I know not everyone listening to this podcast is on levels. It can't be, because I hear too much bad stories about mobile DJs. It needs to change. Once the horror stories are less, our income goes up. And that's for you, for me, for everybody, guys, everyone. But there needs to be a bit of a standard. If it's free or for friends, that is voided. That's got nothing to do with this conversation. But once we're going into business, once we are transaction cashing, once we are on Instagram talking about we do this and we do that, and people are DMing you that you don't know, looking for your service, you have to deliver the best service you can deliver. Now, don't get me wrong. If this guy was the best service that he could deliver and he was being paid, he needs assistance. He needs support. And this is where I want to talk about investment into your business. If you remember one of my episodes, my earlier episodes, I was talking about some of my first few weddings when I started my company. My first few, I say 3 or 4 bookings, I never took any profit from any of that, guys. I invested into, on the first one, I invested into the videographer. I took the booking. Whatever profits I made from that went to the videographer. The other tiny profits I did, I saved. I did another event. That money went into some moving heads. I did another event. I bought speakers, another event, and I just kept buying better things, upping what it is that I'm trying to sell, upping what it is that I'm offering. Investing. This is a style of investing, because I could have used that profit and gone and done whatever I'm going to do. Go and get this and go and get that. No, but I said to myself, I want to offer a premium service, the best that I can be. And for me to do that, I need to have decent gear. I researched the things that I wanted. I looked at the price that they was, and I said, okay, when I'm offering gigs, okay, the profit that's going to be there, that's going to that. That's going to the videographer. I need my first few videos so I can build a website and have things that look good. So I never took any profit from the first good couple of gigs, guys. No profit. Reinvest. That's how you grow. It's like having a plant. When you're planting it, add the water. add the water, give it sunshine, add the water, add the water. You're not eating. Don't be eating. When you see one leaf, pop, no, don't eat. Wait until the corn, wait until the apples, wait until the things that are there, wait until it's actually bearing some substantial fruit. But for you to do that, you have to invest in. Depending on what your life is like, maybe, like if you've got a full-time job, that's a better cushion, because your full-time job should be paying for those things, and use your DJ business instead of using it as a side hustle or something that's just going to bring you a little bonus money. Use it and try and invest. This is if you want to become full-time. Some of you are happy with your day jobs, as I say, but at this present, in the next couple of minutes, I'm talking about people that want to upgrade to the full-time. Reinvesting in your business and not taking profit for a while is probably the only way you're going to be able to lose your daytime job. If you're using your daytime job to pay your bills and do all of that, and you're using this for side hustles and extra bonus money, and that's what it's going to be, that's what it's always going to be. You're always going to be fully employed, and you're always going to use this as a side hustle. When you use it as a side hustle, there'll be lots of things that we're going to be talking about on these podcast episodes that you will not be able to do unless you have no kids and you live at your mum's. Because if you've got no kids and you live at your mum's, guys, I'm not knocking you. You're in the best position. You are in the best position. If you have a part-time job or a full-time job, you live at your mum's, you've got no kids, if you've got no girlfriend or boyfriend, hey, guys, you're in the gold rush and you don't even know it. Like, you can invest, keep your money low expenditure, double down on your side hustle. Within a year, you'll be full-time earning silly bread. You can let the daytime job go and rock and roll. And then you can find your missus, the perfect missus that supports your business. And then you lot can have kids. And then finances become a problem. But until then, fly, my broski, fly, my sister, fly. But if you do want to go full-time, these are the things that you're going to have to do. Reinvest into your business. That money that you're seeing, you shouldn't be seeing any. If you haven't already, or if you're stuck or you want to grow, maybe this is something that you need to start thinking about. The next couple of gigs, obviously if you financially can. If you can't, I get it. But if you can, whatever you can put to the side, whether it's £100, £150, £200, and reinvest that money into your business, that's how you can build the capital. That's how you can build the money back. Other than that, you'll just be chasing your tail and you'll be doing gig to gig, check for check. And the money will never grow. It becomes beer money, it becomes recycle money, holiday money, whatever it is. But if you want something to continue, you've got to reinvest. Now, in this DJ's case, what I would have suggested or think would have been a great idea for him to do would be to invest in looking at an AV company. Go to an AV company, sound and light hire, and what you're doing is that you're going to go and say, okay, the client should have told you what venue you're in, it's a ballroom, and how many people are there. So that way you should have known that those 8 inches probably won't be enough to do the job. You should have gone to an AV company or sound company and said, I need 2 15s. Hopefully, really what you should have got is 2 18s and 2 12 tops. Standard top and bottom. That would have been perfect. Do you know what? I would have even said, you don't need the booth. You don't need a controller. The guys, I'm telling you now, the booth and the lighting was atrocious. But once again, I understand the hustle. I understand the grind. So therefore, I'm going to let those things slide. But your sound, those kids should have been. I don't know what the party was like. DJ NIBBLER, you need to let me know exactly what the party was like. But all guys, you can go and ask him. I've left his Instagram inside the comments. You've probably seen him pop up on your socials. But anyway, he should have invested into a company, contacted someone and said, I'm doing this party. I'm a DJ. I'm doing this party. I've bitten off a little bit more than I can chew and I need some support. They would have said, sure, no problem. What is it that you need? It would have been a good idea for the guy to contact a company as close to the venue as possible to make sure your travel fees are as least as possible. You don't want to contact one company from one city to travel to another city. You're going to lose your profit. You want to try and make sure you're getting the bang for your buck. So find a company that's really close to the venue. Hopefully that will save you some money. And then once again, you can even, if you don't understand about speakers and numbers of people, you can speak to any sound company and tell them, I've got a gig at this venue and it's for 150 people, their kids, it's a school prom. What do you advise? I don't know what I'm doing. I've got 2 8-inches. I don't think they'll be good enough. What do you advise? Believe it or not, when you call these companies, they're professionals and they will help you because they need to make a sale. It's called business. Business, guys, it's business. They probably would have told you, yep, 12 and 2, even the 12 and 15s, depending on the brand, would have done a decent job because you don't want to blow the whole place away. You're not trying to, do you know what I mean, create a festival, but you want to give them a serious experience. And from what NIBBLER told me as well, there's no limiter in there. There was no limiter in there. When you got 2 8-inches, I swear you could get away with 70 dBs. 70 dBs, you probably wouldn't have tripped it. But he had no limiter, free reign. Oh, God, this is just crazy. But anyway, getting back to it, that is another form of investment. That's another form of you investing into your business. Because if there's one thing I want to let you know, guys, yeah, in all the gigs you do, all the parties, all the events, guess what? Every single gig is an audition. Every single gig you do is an audition. 99% of the time, if you're good at what you do, you will get a recommendation or a referral from every single event you do. Every single event, whether it's the bar staff, whether it's the photographer recommend you to someone else, whether it's someone who's in the party, whether it's someone that works at the venue, there's always people always watching, people always listening. So it's an audition. And what you don't want to do is audition with 8-inch speakers. You don't want to audition with something that doesn't represent you or where you're trying to go. Don't get me wrong. Once again, if it's free or if it's for friends, this has got nothing to do with it. Your skills just have to shine through. It just needs to be skill-based. Like, yeah, he was shelling. Like, the setup wasn't all that, but he was shelling, and you probably still will get the referral. But when it's business, you want to perform always at your best. Arrive with the best attitude. Everything must be to the best of your ability. That's what you are trying to do. That is what will get you more bookings. Social media is one thing, and I keep banging on about social media because social media is important. It's the future. That's how people consume. That's what it is. Back in the day, it was newspapers. Then it was yellow pages. Now it's social media. That's it. It's done. That's what happens. People buy stuff, watch stuff, get influenced by stuff off what they see on their phones. So that's the reason why I say you need to live there. Because if you don't live there, you're missing out. That's it. You're missing out. But in the same breath, every single gig is an audition. You guys, I should be testament to this. If you haven't got what I'm speaking about now, if you've never got a referral or a booking from another venue, your DJ skills setup, something is really poor. Something's poor. People struggle to find DJs. We don't. We see DJs on our feed all the time, every day, because we are DJs. But guess what? You see, if you're Sandra, who works in the hairdressers down the road, when it's her 40th, her daughter's 18th, 21st, whatever is going on, when Sandra needs to find a DJ, she's stressed. She is stressed. She doesn't know where to start. Your average person doesn't know where to start. They don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what's good, what's bad. It is a minefield. So the people recommend people or look at someone and say, he can do the job. I saw someone else at that place. They can do the job. And that's when your business can go, because people will be referring you because they saw you at a gig or an event where you was not auditioning, but I like to call it auditioning to get that into your mind. Every gig is an audition. That's the reason why vaping outside, dead. Vaping outside when you me behind decks, nah, that's dead. That's dead. Auto mix while you go chat to the bar and you're having a big conversation with Steve at the bar. That's dead, bruv. Get out of here. That's not mobile DJ mastery, bro. That's dead. Letting tunes play out into the end. Letting tunes play out into the end in 2025, that's dead. You don't understand about how the future is moving. And if you look at tunes from the 60s, look at tunes from the 60s and 70s, or even 90s, and look at tunes now, they're shorter. Why do you think it is? Attention spans are shorter. So you need to get with the program. Playing tunes for 3 minutes is way too long. 3 minutes, bro, that's long, bro. That's long. That's dead. And those kind of activities is what makes it so your audition is going bad. And to top it off, if you have a setup that's not good enough because you haven't invested, that's bad also. No, it's not good enough, guys. If you're one of those people and your setup isn't all that, invest into your business by getting some support from another company that makes you look good. That makes you look good and it makes you sound good. We're doing good on the audition. Now we've got to do is make sure we're dressed appropriately for the gig. Don't come with the checkered shirt that's crumpled and smells like your dog's back door, bruv. At the bottom of the laundry basket. Oh yeah, this will do. No, it won't do. No, it will not. That's dead. Then you got to make sure your DJ skills are decent. We don't even, guys, I'm not even asking everyone to be A1 to the best. No, decent. We need a decent sound, a decent setup, decent DJing skills, some mic work, and you are auditioning and you will be hitting it even if you haven't got social media. How's about that one? You ain't got no socials. No, none. But you do one, we'll get you two, we'll then get you three, we'll then get you four, we'll then get you five, and so it goes on. So it goes on. Now you're in the business. When you're ready to start a social media, hey, you'll start getting 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, word of mouth. The thing grows, it becomes a virus, and now you're in winning streak. You're in winning streak. You're winning. You're winning. You're winning. But turning up with poor etiquette, poor customer service, insufficient equipment, things, that is cowboy stuff. That won't get you referred. Bad news travels fast. If you had your Instagram up during that gig, you're stuffed. That Instagram, people be like, that was that whack DJ from the prom. Do you know what's crazy as well? You see the prom? Oh my days. That is the best ground for an audition. Those people need DJs. They're 16. They need, some of them are about to turn 16 in August. There's like 15 bookings out there. There's 15 bookings out there right now. For August this year. August. Summer babies. Yeah. July. They're out there right now. But because you had the whack stuff, you're not getting those. Audition, you could have been there. Always. You guys know. Prom. Oh, can you do my party? Can you do my party? You would have been handing out. You know what? At a prom, you don't have to hand out cards. Actually, quick tip. At a prom, don't hand out business cards. When dealing with youth, don't do old man techniques. And old man techniques are business cards. If you lot ever saw one video I did with TJ quite a while ago, and we was at a retreat, mobile DJ retreat in 2023. And I said, no, 24. I said, I don't bring business cards with me hardly ever. The only time I bring business cards with me is when I'm at events. When I'm at events, I bring business card with me just because, you know, I have people that are my age, do you know what I mean, that are asking me for business cards because that's what we know, so I have them for them. But if I was at a prom, if people are under 25, business cards are dead, guys. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm going to tell you that now. Business cards are dead. So when at a prom, TikTok handle, Instagram handle. That's what's popping off. It makes sense. Just get in the TikTok handle, get in the Instagram handle. You keep posting. If you do the stuff that I talk about, you post some sort of consistency. They'll see you again. They'll keep remembering. That was the DJ from the prom. That was the DJ from the prom. Do you know what? It's my 21st. It's my 5th. It's whatever party. Anytime I can recommend, they will recommend you. These 16-year-olds will be out there grafting, making sure your diary's full. And that can happen if you audition well. So invest into your business. Invest into your business. Invest into your business. And when I say invest, I'm not talking about pulling out direct money from your bank. I'm talking about the money that you're taking from that gig. Sometimes reinvest. It's not an L if you take some of that money and you give it to a content creator, if you give it to a videographer, if you give it to a sound company to hear you, if you pull it out so your business then becomes better, which ups your audition, which then brings you better inquiries, it brings you in better leads, better recommendations, things grow like that. But this here, what I was talking about today, has to stop. I ain't trying to hear it. That has to stop. That has to stop, guys. No. Anyway, that's my rant done for the day. All right, guys, if you've got any setups or some mad horror stories that you want to share, remember, head over to the Mobile DJ Mastery Instagram. You can send pictures, you can send videos, you can send voice notes, and we will introduce them on the pod. If you want the stories to be anonymous, then they can be anonymous. I got another DJ, he was talking about how he did something crazy with a bridesmaid. That might come in a little while. I'm trying to get him to leak the story, but he's trying to find out. Give me this story. We want to hear the story. Bring the story to the pod. Do you know what I mean? But if you've got any horror stories or things that you have seen or seen other mobile DJs do that you think need to be highlighted more on a sense that this is something that we shouldn't be doing. Once again, I am not here to crap or put down any DJs. That is definitely not the key. But what I am here to do is try and raise DJs up as much as possible. So guys, all of us can be up. That's all I want. I want us all to win, all to earn more money. If you want to leave your job, leave your job. If you want to stay, I just want the mobile DJ industry world to be more happy for the individuals. That's what I want. Yep, the community is building. Yep, the community is growing. But that's basically what I'm trying to do here. So it's not about crapping on someone and say, look, his setup's rubbish or his setup's great, bad. We're just trying to say the things that don't look great, especially when you're trying to achieve mobile DJ mastery. Once again, the people that get a squeeze. If someone is new, we don't talk about them. We have to help and uplift them. If someone is free, then there's no judgment because it was free. We don't talk about the free stuff because when I was doing free gigs, my setup was horrific. Interesting and funny stories will be accepted. Also, once again, guys, if you are not following the Instagram, I've got some news I'm going to be dropping in the next 3 weeks, next 3 episodes. Real meetups are happening. Real-time meetups. We're planning a real-time DJ meetup. And I want you to be there. It's going to be lots of networking, lots of learning, lots of giveaways. And there's also going to be some on-hand stuff so you can touch some of the latest stuff that's going to be coming out in the near future. So if you are not on Instagram, guys, make sure you head over to Instagram and give it a follow because all the news and all the things will be coming out on there. Also, if you are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We will be putting out the information on Shorts also, so don't miss out. YouTube, Instagram, make sure you're there. Anyway, guys, I hope you'd enjoyed this episode. Make sure you give it a like, smash that follow, subscribe button, flash any button that's on your screen because I don't know whether you're listening to on audio, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're watching this, make sure you smash that like, do that good stuff, share with a good friend. Most of you don't, but I'm going to ask anyway. Most of you really don't. But anyway, I'm going to ask, you know what I mean, if there's something that you checked for, share, or any of the past episodes, head over to Instagram, sharing is caring, all that good stuff, and it keeps this thing going. Do you know what I mean? We don't want this to die out because these things can die out. It's very easy for this to just stop. This podcast, it will just stop. There'll be no warning. It will just be like, it's over. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. You'll message me on Instagram, no reply, and there won't be. But if we keep sharing, if we keep doing these things, if you're finding these podcasts useful, do something about it to keep it there. You can support for absolutely free just by sharing, commenting, liking. Sharing is the best. But anyway, same time, same place, next week, Mobile DJ Mastery, and we're out. Cheers!